Welcome to the Creative Brew, helping you keep your creative juices brewing. We're giving out chunks of insight, motivation, and practicality for your creative journey. And welcome to a new episode of the Creative Brew, giving you insights on your creative journey. And this episode is brought to you by a few sponsors of mine. First of all, Panels, Comics and Coffee Bar here in beautiful Oceanside, California, right off of Mission Avenue. Like I said, been a great partner of mine. They have some of the hottest comics and graphic novels out right now. And a lot of the shows you're watching right now on Hulu and Netflix, all those are based off of graphic novels and comic books. So if you want to get more inside information, hey, get a graphic novel or comic book, check out the real story before you see it adapted to to a movie or to a television series. So if you're a fan of Umbrella Academy and all those were based off of comic books. So check them out today, and hey, get a book, get a coffee, get a sandwich. But like I said, it's a great area to hang out at. Right, it's really close to the beach. You really can't beat the scene. So if you mention the Creative Brew, you'll get 10% off your next purchase. And you can check them out on Instagram at Panels Coffee, or you can go to panelscoffee.com for more information. Another sponsor of mine is AstroPad. And if you're a digital creator like me, AstroPad turns your iPad Pro into a professional graphics tablet. So having the capability to be able to work from all of my favorite programs like Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, I can work right from my iPad, and I can work literally anywhere I want to. I could work from the couch, and I can see in live time, see everything working right off of my computer. It really helps me to get a lot of the the fine tuning on logos and a lot of cover designs, poster designs that I work on. Being able to zoom in really real tight and be able to airbrush and edit and do all the things that I need to do. So AstroPad's been a great partner of mine. They've been a great asset for my digital workflow, and that app, which you can download. Obviously, you've got to pay for it, but they do offer discounts for a lot of educators and students. So if you're interested, go to AstroPad app, or you can go to astropad.com. And a new sponsor of mine is a great friend of mine, and they have a coffee brand based in Houston, Texas, Elevate Coffee Trading, that's based in the Houston, Texas area. If you use the promo code HHM25, and you'll get 25% off of your purchase on any product on the website right now. And it's, like I said, only available for one user, so you can't just try to double down on it. No, you use it one time, but use that promo code, you get 25% off. And like I said, it gets shipped right to you. And they also have a great calls. If you want to check out their store, you can go to elevatecoffeetrading.com. And like I said, once again, they're in the Houston, Texas area. So please support all of your small businesses. Please support all of your local coffee shops, wineries, restaurants. Support your small businesses. They are the lifeblood of any city here in the United States, actually anywhere. Support your small businesses. So, and also my last sponsor is Cobo Pod, and this is where I'm actually at right now. And the Cobo Pod is a boutique audio and video production studio that's here in Oceanside, and this area is actually available for anyone that's looking to start your podcast. You're looking to build content for your brand, webinars, anything like that. If you're looking to get into online courses, hey, why don't you come by and you can record some sessions here. But they've been a great partner of mine. I'm always willing to help partner with them and market and promote their brand. But right now, if you're interested in starting your podcast, and I've had questions, I've literally had questions almost every other day on how do you start your podcast? How do you design a podcast cover, and all kinds of things. Hey, come by. They have a photographer. They've got all your sound equipment, all your video equipment. They have a photographer on staff. Everything is all inclusive and ready for you. So if you get a chance, go to cobopod.org and let's book your first session today. So, and also too, one quick note, I wanted to give another quick shout out to a music producer that's based out of my hometown, Cleveland, Tennessee. You got my good buddy of mine, Taj. He helps run Two Minds Alike. So if you get a chance, please check out their music. Please check out everything they're doing right now. And they do the ending promo for all my podcast episodes. So I wanted to give a quick shout out back to my hometown, Cleveland, Tennessee. If you get a chance, please follow them. And like I said, support your musicians. Today we are talking about a few things today, and I usually use certain things that's happened to me as the context for certain episodes. And it was one thing that really hit me this week. And for a lot of people, besides being a creator, besides running a design business and all kinds of other things that I do help with a lot of fighters in the area, a lot of MMA fighters, and like I said, I do a lot of grappling, a lot of wrestling, and but I do get people that's just looking to get in shape. They're not aspiring to be a fighter, per se, but they are looking to maybe create that resilience, create that strength to be able to go forward with the day. And so there's a lot of things that I try to relate, with life, with just things, challenges that's going on with all kinds of people. I try to use that, wrestling and jiu-jitsu. I try to use that to really relate to to certain stories or certain concepts that maybe we need to think about. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly unlearning. Things that I may have thought in the past. I'm constantly going back to it and be like, is this really me? Maybe there's something that I may have thought previously about myself years ago. Looking now, is that really who I am now? And I think that's something that we always need to explore. We always need to figure out who are we right now, and what are we becoming? So going back to the story, we had wrestling practice. It was hard wrestling practice, and last couple of weeks we've actually been working on some things as far as conditioning and just upping the practices, and we're doing a lot more conditioning, a lot more drilling, doing some live wrestling, but I'm putting them in some weird situations to where it forces them to get out of their comfort zone. And that is really the context of what I want to talk about is really figuring out how to, really how to get out of your comfort zone. And, there's always, I always think of it, there's always situations, there's always things that, I think with life, especially if you're looking to, you're looking to grow, you're in a growth mindset, you're aspiring towards certain things. You can either, and if you're looking to sort of get to that next level, there's a couple of things that's going to happen. First, you can either allow an environment, a situation, a coach, whatever you're in, to break you, to get you out of the things that you need to unlearn about yourself, which is, I would definitely take the first option. Or option B, you can let life do that. And sometimes, just from experience and what I've experienced, personally, life can be a very, very, very hard teacher. And, it's one of those to where we can either tell ourselves that we need to, figure out ways to get into that growth mindset, to figure out ways to get in certain environments, get around certain people that's going to allow us, that's going to make us grow. When you're, I really go back to, if you go into a gym or you go into even with a wrestling room, and you get with people that they have a certain standard or certain expectations as far as what they're trying to get out of practice or get out of training. That, like I said, that eventually that's going to rub on you. It's either going to force you to become better than what you previously were. It's going to force you to get uncomfortable with a lot of things, and it's going to force you to really reassess and reevaluate, who you are right now at that point, and figuring out, and like I said, get into that environment, get into those people, getting around those people that that's going to force you to up level and upshift your thinking, up level the things that you feel like was impossible. That you know, when you get it, when you get around people like that, it allows you to really get into that growth mindset. It allows you to get out of the things that you really thought wasn't possible, that you see now as that I can do that. Going back to my group, we've got a a wide assortment of people in our wrestling room, and we've got people that's beginners to advanced level college guys, and we got our fighters too. And I had a guy, and like I said, I'm not going to name his name or anything, but I had a guy, and a lot of times I have a lot of military people, a lot of people, just normal people that I generally give out little words of wisdom every Wednesday after practice. Been doing that for years now, and a lot of times I come back and people talk to me after practice and talk to me about things that's going on. Yeah, had one guy that's really dealing with a situation right now personally, and like I said, I won't divulge into everything that's going on, but he's hurting right now, and being able to really be in that situation or be in that position to where someone can come up to a coach, to a leader, to someone that they respect, and really tell them what's going on right now, and tell them, hey, these are my feelings. I'm glad you said this right now. This has given me the opportunity, or given me the strength that I need to go forward. And so I think little things like that, really, I think that hits me as a coach, as a leader, is feeling, and I know a lot of coaches can compare, they know the feeling, knowing that, the impact that you have on specific kids that's in your environment. And, yeah, it's a crazy thing. And, like I said, I'm always blessed, always in gratitude for being in that situation, knowing that, what I'm trying to do is really trying to break mentally, I'm not really trying to break them mentally, where I'm just breaking them down. But what I want to do is, and I told them last couple of weeks, we're trying to get out of our comfort zone. We're comfortable at a certain level. It feels all right. Now let's see what we can do to add on a little bit more. Let's see what our threshold is. How much are we willing to change? How much, are we really, how comfortable are we really? I've had, a couple of fighters that I've ran out. Well, I'll say fighters, quote unquote, that's ran out, and just from the practice. I've had some couple of tough practices, and people will come in with their resumes, and they'll say how many fights they've won and this and that, and and then by the time they get out of practice, they're ready to throw up. It's just a 1 hour practice, and they're ready to throw up, and then I never see them again. But the people, you get people like that, but the people that I'm focused on right now are the ones that I know that I've put them in the fire right now, and they're willing to come back that next week. They necessarily don't, they don't have to show up. But something is forcing them, is compelling them to, to get out of their comfort zone, to figure out, okay, what things, if I'm trying to better myself, and this is for anyone right now, if I'm trying to better myself, what are some of the things that I am willing to let go of right now? And I think that's going to be the question for a lot of people is, and this goes for, everybody, my athletes, my, entrepreneurs, just regular people, anybody, you're looking to, maybe you're wanting to lose 4 or 5 pounds, or maybe you're, wanting to get into a relationship, or maybe, you want to start that business. It could be anything. What is the old story? What are the things that you tell yourself on a day-to-day basis? A lot of negative stuff. What are the things that you need to destroy, that you need to let go of in order to get to that next level? And everybody has them. And when you do that, I promise you, when you learn to let go of those things that no longer serve you anymore, that are, no longer, in the context or in the container of what you're aspiring to be, um, that's when you really start up leveling. You know, uh, that's when you really start getting, really trying to aspire to be the best version of yourself. That's when you really start making bold decisions. When you get confident, I've sort of realized, I think when you get confident, when you feel good about yourself, when you feel like you can do anything, you make bold decisions, and when you make bold decisions, that's when things start to change in your world, in your own personal world. But if we still go back at the end of the night and we still talk to ourselves from 10 years ago, we're talking to the 10-year version of ourselves, or we're talking to the 20-year version of ourselves, and we live from that paradigm and we act from that paradigm, odds are that's what you're going to get a lot of times. And like I said, it's nothing personal. This is the same things that personally I have to work with, that I am working with. But what things, and like I said, what are the things that you are willing to let go of, that you need to let go of in order to get to that next level, to get to the next platform of your life? Like I said, I think that's the question you need to pose to yourself, every day. And so yeah, that's that's something that sort of hit me. It hit me this week. Just you really don't realize, especially as a coach, or if you're in any kind of leadership aspect, or even if you're building, creating anything, you're building a brand. You don't realize how much impact you have on the people around you, and it could be people that they feel like you you don't never see them, or you never get a reaction from them, or they may not physically support you, but they are watching you. Best believe that the things that you're doing right now, people are watching you. It may not manifest right now physically to the things that you see as success, but I guarantee you, there's people that's watching, and they're looking. You got certain people there. You got people that are looking for you, waiting for you to fall, and then you got people waiting for you to be consistent. So you've got those, you got those two types of people. But I like I said, I just go back, and like I said, I don't want to get too much on a tangent, but I really want to go back to just we can get comfortable in our surroundings. We can get comfortable in our ways of life. Sometimes we have to, if we're looking to up level, if we're looking to get to that next level, to get to that platform that we're aspiring towards, we can't work, and we can't live, we can't act from our prior version of us. We can't do that. We can't aspire to build a $1 million brand, or write some amazing book, or create music from a older version of us, saying that we're not good enough, or we're not smart enough, we're not artistic enough, we're not creative enough. We can't do this. That is a old story that you've got to destroy. So that's something that I've been really playing with last couple of weeks, even with my fighters, with the people that come in there at the compound, is figuring out what do we need to destroy right now. We're breaking down old ways of conditioning right now, old ways of feeling like, hey, we're out of shape, we're not good enough. That's what we're trying to tear down, because we've got to let that go in order to bring something new in, and that's for anything. So other than that, like I said, very blessed for everyone that's watching this on Facebook Live. Giving shout outs to everyone. Like I said, I'm giving another quick shout out to Cobo Pod here in Oceanside, California. They've been a great partner of mine. I've been very blessed, been in gratitude for them allowing me to be able to use this space. And this is actually another example. If you got a business, this is actually another beautiful example of someone, of a brand that that was, especially with COVID, a lot of things changed. It's very easy, I don't want to say it's easy, but there's a lot of businesses that's closing down right now. And there's a lot of things that's been shut down. And with certain situations like this, if you get into an environment like this right now, like COVID, it's forcing a lot of people to really get out of their comfort zone with a lot of things. You got certain businesses that's looking, they've never been online. Now they're pushing things online now, where they've never had to do that. Likewise, with a lot of my creators, learning how to, expanding your marketing and branding efforts, bringing out more energy, just showing up consistently, doing more, you know, despite what's going on right now. Even with this space right now, the original brand is Cobo Bottle, which they create sustainable water bottles. But with COVID, it forced them to really transition and really step up and go to that next level. And now they converted it into a audio and a video studio for people to rent out. So that's just like I said, this is just one of many ideals that people are doing right now to get out of their comfort zone, to really adjust and adapt. That's something that we have to be able to do, and we have to be willing to do it. If we're still stuck in our ways, if we're still saying, just it could be anything. It could be, hey, I'm not good enough. Why is this always happening to me? I can't never get enough clients, or, anything like that. If we keep pounding that in our head, that's going to be the story of our life. And that story, the thing that you're telling yourself in the mirror every morning when you wake up and before you go to sleep, those are the things that we need to destroy right now. That old story. We've got to get uncomfortable. We've got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And being uncomfortable, like I said, it can be rocky. It can be a little shaky for you. But I guarantee you, when you get yourself in the habit of just growing, of expanding, I guarantee you'll be, I'll say, in the next 5 to 6 months, if you're really focused on growing, if you're focused on getting out of your comfort zone, you'll be surprised where you end up at in the next 6 months. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen overnight. It won't happen overnight. But if you start telling yourself, I'll give you an example. There's certain things that certain things that I tell myself personally every morning. First of all, I tell myself, hey, thank you for a new day. That is the first thing I tell myself before I get up out of bed. So, just getting in that mindset of, just being in gratitude, looking for opportunities, becoming an opportunity. When you start to switch your mind to, being growth centered and, learning how to get out of our comfort zone. Personally for me, I really didn't expect to have this podcast. I really didn't expect to be speaking. If a lot of people that know me, I'm actually an introvert. I would rather have a book or I'd rather be drawing and, leave me alone. But being able to market myself, being able to network, being able to produce something like this, it forces me to get out of my comfort zone. I am not the best podcaster at all. I'm still learning. I'm still learning my authentic voice. I'm still learning what really resonates with people. But that doesn't stop me from still showing up day in and day out and just learning how to get better. And at the same time, I'm wanting and I'm thinking about planting seeds in people's minds and giving them the hope and the inspiration that they're looking for. That I know that they're looking for. Like I said, there's a lot of people that's that's hurting right now. There's a lot of people that's going through challenges, and I think it takes a lot of leaders. It takes leadership. It takes people that's willing to get out of themselves and be different. Those are true leaders. You think of certain coaches, think of certain leaders that's in your community. Think about how they show up. I guarantee you, all of them has problems. All of them. that doesn't keep them from helping others. So sometimes you get those people that, they're in a negative state, they're always negative about something, and they can't look past themselves to help out someone else. That's where we have to change, especially, and this ain't for everybody. If you're looking to, become more, then like I said, we have to let go. We've got to let go of the things that doesn't serve us. We've got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable in situations. For a lot of my artists, a lot of my creators, that they can have some of the greatest art on this planet, but if they can't get out of the comfort zone of just putting themselves out there and just sharing your gift, no one's ever going to know you. And I think that's really, and that's what it comes down to is, if you're willing to grow, if you're willing to get out of your comfort zone, I'm telling you, you'll be surprised where you end up. You may end up, your side gig or your passion project or your hobby may end up being the thing that, catapults you to the next level. You just never know. You got to give it a try. If we stay comfortable with just saying out, well, I'm not good enough, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm fine where I'm at right now. It feels good. A couch, a couch is comfortable. Do we need to be on it every day? Probably not. So it's one of those to where there's a lot of things that we have that's comfortable in our lives. But at the same time, too, if we're looking to maybe get stronger, hey, look, if you're looking to get in shape, if you're looking to, lose those unwanted, I'll say lose that COVID weight, then we can't be on the couch all the time. It's comfortable. We have to start getting up, getting outside, and, go walking. Do the things that, get yourself moving. Get yourself uncomfortable comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like I said, it's very easy to just, sit down and know you're done for the night. But if you're aspiring towards something greater, and I know a lot of people are, then you've got to be hungry, and you've got to be willing to unlearn some things, and you got to be willing to let go of who you think you were in the past to bring in something new. You got to let it go. So the version of you that was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it's gone. It's gone. What we're focused on is the new story, the new version of you. Start thinking about what ifs. I'm a comic book fanatic, and there was a comic called What If, and I always gave certain scenarios on what if, Wolverine was a zombie, or what if Captain America, had the Affinity Gauntlet, all kinds of crazy scenarios. Why don't we start saying that more in our life? Hey, what if I could lose this 20 pounds? How would I feel? What if I could start this business I've been trying to do for 5 years? How would I, what would it look like? What would it feel like? How would I feel, internally? What if I had, an award-winning book, and I'm going on book tours and signings and things like that? What if I had a art gallery, and I'm selling, my artwork to high-end collectors? All these scenarios are possible. It's possible. You just got to believe it. And, change that story up and, change that life. So, once again, thank you for everyone that's been listening on Facebook Live. Thank you for Cobo Bottle. Thank you for all my sponsors. And hey, let me know. Please comment, share. Let me know what you think. What's the old story? What are the old things that you've been telling yourself that you probably need to let go of? That's really no longer serving you anymore. You're trying to get to that next level. You don't need the old stuff anymore. You don't need that old baggage anymore. So, other than that, this has been a great episode of The Creative Brew. Be creative, stay inspired. Thank you.